Again, doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up.
It's a gain of 9.
Purdy looking to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, Purdy. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
At the 19-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hand. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
It's now 3rd down.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
They'll go up the middle with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jair Brown on the stop there.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught at the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
Let's go now.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. 14 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball, because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Commanders' 43-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 14.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. James. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
James is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Purdy. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Commanders 28.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go with White on the counter. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same kick. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. James now to return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Purdy from the gun. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Dorrance Armstrong in on the stop. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Quiddy Pay able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Purdy. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and complete.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall from a yard out. And the Niners might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Pat the 60. Go.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Daniels.
27-yard line.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go. Shot. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here comes 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Daniels looking to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Niners, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders,